Welcome to Money and Matterz podcast. I'm your host, Yasmine Belle, coming to you with over 20 years as a corporate tax accountant and financial controller. My passion as a financial relationship coach is empowering women and couples, igniting the desire for an intimate relationship with their money. In this podcast, we create a safe space discussing all things money and matters while we curate strategic money moves to build an electric life, both personally and professionally. So decide today if you are a driver of your financial life and are ready to turn your money situationship into a relationship. So now let's ignite the CEO in you. Hi everyone, thank you for joining our podcast as today's topic is a fascinating episode as we discover how time is money and how to use our energy for our optimal benefit. First, let me ask you this. What is time really costing you? What if I told you that you could be wasting money by not using your time wisely? Would you change your ways? Have you ever heard of the phrase, time is money? Well, time is our most valuable resource. And according to the motivational speaker Tony Robbins, he says the worst investment is to trade your time for money. But why? Because you can always earn more money, but you can never earn more time. How are we really spending our time? Are we spending our time for our optimal benefit? If you are currently feeling a lack of focus or reduction of energy, possibly even feeling a bit distracted or unfocused, not moving in the direction you want, undisciplined, and overthinking, well, we have all been in that funky energy where we feel as we are on that hamster wheel. I decided to take the bull by its horns and research the best technique to reduce this unproductive energy from creeping in. I applied some techniques to my own life that I would love to share with you today. One of the best techniques to shift your funky energy is to remember, what do you want out of life? That's simple. What do you want out of this life? What is your drive? What keeps you going? Once you have answered this question, what do you want out of life? Write it on a few sticky notes and place them in front of you where you can read them every single day. For instance, you can place them in your bathroom mirror, in your car, in your wallet, by your nightstand. My what do you want out of life sticky notes are placed strategically where I can see them in the morning so that I'm able to jump kick my day, aligning myself with my purpose. Once you have completed that and still feel emotionally and mentally stuck, you can't seem to shake off whatever is bothering you, try to follow this framework to help you get clear on what you're seeking regardless of the obstacles you're facing, especially during our current condition where everything seems to be uncertain. So grab a notebook or a journal and write down the following framework to success. Number 1, values. What is important about what I want? Number 2, vision. What do I really want? Number 3, methods. How can I get what I want? Number 4, obstacles. What is preventing me from achieving what I want? Number 5, measurements. How do I measure if I'm succeeding in what I want? You can use this method to really iron out any issues in your mind has decided to create and spend some time on it. So take your time analyzing the things that are most important to you. Finding truth in our purpose brings an abundance of joy and peace to our inner self. So it's worth taking time for, and you are worth taking time for. As much as we want to do everything in life, especially if we would classify ourselves as high achievers, well, it's not possible to do everything. I have learned this the hard way. In fact, there was a study done that showed that multitasking was actually not beneficial and focusing on one task at a time actually was more productive. Therefore, choosing only one thing that you value most and focus on that first. In preparing for my vision, I choose one large goal per year and one little goal per month. So I actually focus on one goal for 30 days and I will not move to the next until I have really completed the mini goal for the month. And this allows me to stay focused and disciplined through my month and year, as well as limits me from feeling overwhelmed and overpiling on tasks. The question for you is, what do you value? And not how long will it take you, or, well, if I do this little task and move it out of the way, I can focus on something else. No. What do you value? Write it down. The key to success is to focus on what you value, because this is where your energy will be most productive and rewarding. In turn, you will be happier because you are working on the things you love most. Another very highly effective technique is getting to know your body so that you can use it to your optimal focus attention. Deepening and tuning into your body will also allow you to ignite your sixth sense, which is your intuition. You know, that gut feeling in the pit of your stomach when something tells you, I smell something fishy here. Well, that's our intuition. When working on our life's mission, we want to master the energy that is most optimal to us. And based on our body's rhythm, we can identify when it is best time to tackle analytical and insight tasks by calculating our sleep patterns. The exercise is simple, and all you have to do is write down on a piece of paper what time you sleep and what time you get up, and find your midpoint. Super simple, right? For instance, I sleep each night around 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. every single day, even on weekends. So my midpoint would be 2 a.m. So write your midpoint down. So your time affects your energy and your optimal flow. Self-awareness is the most impactful. So get in tune with your body, intuition, and focus on present tasks on hand. Here is the main framework to follow. If your midpoint falls between the hours of 12 to 3 a.m., you are a lark. If your midpoint falls between 3 and 6 a.m., you are a third bird. And if your midpoint falls between 6 and 9 a.m., you are an owl. So what does this all mean? Well, in terms of doing tasks that are more analytical, meaning higher numbers, project management, technical things, structural. So the optimal time for analytical tasks for a lark would be early morning, a third bird, early to mid-morning, an owl, early to late afternoon. The optimal tasks for insight tasks, meaning creative work, sparks, impressions, connection, social network, would be for a lark, late afternoon to early evening, a third bird, late afternoon, early evening, an owl would be morning. These are the most optimal hours so that you can really be productive and focused. So most of us use our prime time on menial tasks, so do not get swept away on tasks that drain our energy. Focus on this new practice for 1 week, then see how you feel. During the weekdays, because I am a lark, my schedule has been structured this way. I work from 8 to 1 p.m. on deep work. I'm an accountant, so this is where I put my energy into my numbers. Then I take my lunch, and then between 2 to 4, even 5, I usually jump on business calls, creative work, and social networking. But after 5 p.m., my energy is absolutely drained. So I will be no good to anyone if I have a business call or tackle on some creative work. However, this is an optimal time for me to catch up with my friends and family. So once you know which energy field you are, a lark, a third bird, or an owl, you can really structure your life around being your most productive self. A great book that has inspired me for this podcast is called When, from Daniel H. Pink, which is the scientific secrets of perfect timing. And I found this revelation incredible because, like all things, I'm an avid reader and I love, love, love to put things into test. So here I am on week 3 and counting and really optimizing my energy so that I am most productive. And wow, it has been incredible by just adjusting when my optimal times are. So you see, time is money, and how you spend your time can really impact you in a big way. Because energy is time. So the less time you spend your high peak energy on mundane tasks, the sooner you will realize how your energy flow will be so rewarding and a time saver. So use your time wisely and create a structure that fits your lifestyle best to live at your optimal energy level. I hope you have found this episode to be productive and would love to hear your thoughts on when you apply this practice. So thank you again for letting me share my voice with you. And remember, nothing changes if you don't change. And as Randy Posh said, it's not about the cards you're dealt, but how you play the hand. If you love this episode, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and rate us. We would love to support you in your financial journey, so be sure to link up to our members Facebook group at WomanCEO Money Chat. Write your posts and questions, and I will provide your action steps for you to turn your money moves into simple techniques. If you love this episode, please be sure to subscribe to our blog at WomanCEOinc.com. And thank you again for allowing me to share my voice with you and for all your support. Now ignite the CEO in you. And until next time, ciao.